Hello and welcome to Sassy Scrapbooking. In this video I'm going to take you step by step through my process of creating this awesome fall card. I'm going to call it the squirrel card. So let's go ahead and get started. In the design space I've already inserted the image that I'm going to be using, and this is the squirrel image number M469D2 from the Create Critter 2 cartridge. I've also already adjusted the width of my card to measure 5.5 inches in width, which automatically adjusted the height to 4.68. My next step is to go ahead and ungroup my squirrel image. With that done, I can pull the black bottom layer away from my image and duplicate it. Now to flip one of my images, I'm going to go ahead and use the mirror icon, and it'll flip my image horizontally. Now selecting both my black images, I'm going to use the align feature and center both of the images vertically. Now selecting the image on the left, I'm going to move it to the right until both images have overlapped just slightly. Then selecting both images, I'm going to go ahead and weld them together. And I'm going to go ahead and change the color back to black. Next, I'm going to go ahead and select my squirrel image, and using the group icon, I'm going to group them together, and then I'm going to place it directly over the right hand side of my two background images. This is actually the card image. Now one more step before the design process is completed, and that's to select the insert shapes and select score line. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it right where the two background black images were joined. Here's a close-up to show you what it kind of looks like. I really want it centered because that's where the card's going to fold. Now once I'm happy with that, and I think that's a good place to have it right there, I'm going to go ahead and select the background image, and I'm going to attach the score line to the background image. Now when I attach the score line to the card image, it basically brought the card image to the front and the squirrel image behind it. And to fix that, we can just select the whole background image and using the arrange icon, send it to back. Well, it looks like the design part of it is complete. I'm happy with the image, so let's send it to the map preview screen. In the map preview screen, I like to look at all my pieces to make sure everything's complete. I can see where the score tool is being used here to create the score line so that the card itself will fold in half. And all my other pieces appear to be there. I'm happy with this. So let's go ahead and send it to the Cricut to cut. Okay, now all my pieces have been cut, and I'm sure you'll notice that there's an extra white piece. Once I had all the pieces cut, I realized I didn't cut a piece that I could add a sentiment to on the inside of the card. So before going any further, let's go back into the Cricut Design Space and let me show you how I created this extra piece. I've already inserted the squirrel image back into my Cricut Design Space, and I want to go ahead and ungroup the images. Then I want to pull the black bottom layer out and set it off to the side. Then I want to pull the brown squirrel image so that I have the image of the squirrel with its tail and the little cutout in the tail, and I want to place it directly over the black bottom layer. And this is just to get everything proportioned. It's not really that I'm going to use the black layer, but it's easier to see. Then I want to take the hat image or portion of the image, and I want to place it on top of the squirrel. Then selecting both the hat and the squirrel, I'm going to weld them together. With them welded together, all I need to do now is just change the color from brown to white and then cut out the white image on my Cricut Explorer, and there's the insert for the card. Okay, so now we have all the cutouts, and all that's left is to go ahead and assemble the card. First steps first is to go ahead and fold the card in half. It's already been scored by the Cricut Explorer, so I'm going to use my bone folder and go ahead and sharpen that crease. Next, I'm going to attach the last piece that we created on the Cricut Explorer, which is the insert on the inside of the card for the sentiment. And originally I tried to use my ATG gun, but there's a lot of little pieces with the cutout on the tail. I've also used my liquid glue. I'm using the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, and I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the inside of the card. And now all that's left is to go ahead and finish assembling the card with the images that remain, and the card is complete. At this time, I'd like to take one more moment of your time and thank you for watching my video at Sassy Scrapbooking. Please subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos. I will continue to add new videos as my adventures with the Cricut Explorer continue. Bye for now.